Hey RATBAGGERS, it's Jade. Just a quick video today taking a look at the news of PALWORLD's roadmap for the future. It's just celebrated its 1 year anniversary, 20 million players. Of course, everyone should know that by now. That's how much it managed to rack up in its very first few weeks. Crazy amount, or was it months, but either way, a massive success, one of the most biggest gaming phenomena we've seen in years. Obviously, the last update, the Fade Break update, was pretty massive. I did a few videos on it just before Christmas, but then I decided to have some time off. So anyway, what about the future of PALWORLD? Well, pretty exciting. They are going to be adding co-op crossplay. This was something I didn't really see on the bingo list, but that means that's great stuff. Hopefully we'll be able to play Xbox, PlayStation and PC all in harmony. And once they've done that, we should then be able to go ahead and rent your own PC server and have Xbox and PlayStation players join it if you want to create your own world with your pals that can jump on and off whenever you want. But I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, that Xbox and PlayStation, you still don't have dedicated servers or a way to get them. So this is the future. This is how it will be implemented. World transfer for pals. If you always want to start up a harder world, a tougher existence, you can still bring your favourite pals with you, the leveled up ones. That's great for literally starting up a new experience. Or being able to take more pals into a friend's world. Been a long time since I've played with other players. I don't know if that's already a thing. That's what I would expect with world transfers. And the world tree ending scenario is going to be implemented. So it looks like we might only have like one big major update before technically PALWORLD is kind of 1.0 done. It might not seem it, but it has been an early access title. Of course, it released on Xbox and PlayStation and you don't really see much info about that. But yeah, it is technically still in early access. So yeah, they've got the world tree, obviously we see it in a distance. I always thought that would actually be the Fade Break update world that we'll be exploring. But yeah, it is for the end game. Further ways to strengthen and improve pals, various new content such as new pals and technologies, game collaborations including Terraria. So it does sound like the world tree ending scenario really might be the last big content update that you're going to get. We'll surely get more content like I said, pals and stuff, but in terms of like a new explorable area, that could be it. The game collabs with Terraria seem cool. Obviously we only really got the Mau sword at the moment, but hopefully we're going to get a lot more. It'd be nice to see some boss fights from Terraria in PALWORLD, and likewise the other way too somehow. And then the usual stuff, improvements to world object placement, improvements to base pals, improvements to optimization, improvements to UX. Definitely would have liked to have seen a bit more detail on some of this stuff. PALWORLD is still a janky game. As loved as it is, I'm sure there's a whole ton of issues with it. But I really would have liked to have seen more fixes and improvements for a lot of it. Definitely a lot more quality of life stuff. So yeah, hopefully that's on the cards with a bunch of these content improvements in the future. Over 180 pals have appeared already in the game, which is a crazy amount really. And if you want to hear more of the PALWORLD music, the soundtrack is officially up on the YouTube channel. From having 2 million peak players in January when it launched last year, down to its lowest amount, only 23,000 in November, pretty much only just before the big update. Over 200,000 players did go and revisit PALWORLD with the Fade Break update. So the future's bright for PALWORLD. Let's just hope Uncle Nintendo doesn't manage to still shut it down. It does look like they have made some changes already with the spheres. So I don't know if something's going on where they just preemptively did that or it was a requirement as maybe settling with Nintendo. But you might have noticed that a few months ago when they did have the problems with it. We still don't know how far that's progressing, anything else going on. There's been no more official word. But I really can't see Nintendo shutting it down. It will be a case of PALWORLD probably just giving them a bit of money to shut them up. And it's not like they can't afford it. Of course, Nintendo are still the big bad. But it would be great if PALWORLD could obviously launch on Switch. It's not that much of a demanding game in reality. But I got a feeling they might end up waiting until the Nintendo Switch 2 arrives. Obviously, that's just been officially announced recently. I wouldn't be surprised if PALWORLD becomes a game that you can play on that, or maybe even the old one as well. But that is what I would like to see in the future of PALWORLD launching on Switch, where it feels like it might be a more natural home than almost any other platform. So there we go folks, I can't say I'm going to promise too much more PALWORLD content, not until we actually get a big update. As I said, I did do a bunch of videos and guides and some of them did okay, but lots of games coming in. And I felt like I covered the majority of the new stuff that people really need to know. But stick around for more open world crafting survival games. I'm taking a look at Loft at the moment. There's a big future ahead with all sorts of different games coming out. More updates to games like Core Keeper. Hoping to start hearing news about Hytale. Maybe check out my 30 new survival games coming 2025 to see more about what type of games you'll see on this channel. Until next time RATBAGGERS, I'll catch you later.